DeenaRosen, audience member, to come on stage. Deena, where are you? Thank you, Deena. There you are. Welcome, Deena, please. Oh. That's a nice way to end, I think.
Wow.
Felt good.
Wonderful way to end.
Yeah. I mean, I've known David for a while, and he's the kind of guy that I wish I was that cool, and I want to share him with you guys. He has this different perspective on the media industry. He's not willing to give up for quality, but he's willing to imagine the ketchup bottle could exist, and that's a lovely thing. And Myra, I've had the real fortune of being with her in different things throughout the years, and every time I listened to her, I wondered, how do you think like that? You know? And she keeps on evolving, and her ketchup bottle keeps changing. So that's awesome. So Deena, you've been here for the whole time? Lunches?
I have been.
So you've been to lunch. Who have you met?
I have met a bunch of people, some old friends and some new friends, which is great. Today I'm going to try to remember everyone's name, so we'll see how it goes. With no notes, I met Manuel, I met Dean, very close to Deena, so easy to remember, Robert, Emily, Aaron, and what was really nice was that we didn't talk a lot about ourselves and what we do for professions. We talked more about our experience at the conference so far and our love for Camden as a part of the conference.
It's nice, that Camden thing is nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's very nice. You know, I met Deena in Silicon Valley as part of my Silicon Valley adventure. You know, I arrived, I just left RISD, and I made the mistake of thinking that San Jose was right next to San Francisco and Palo Alto. They're all in this, I mean, they look on the map, you know, they look really close to each other. And I went on an adventure to meet designers in the technology industry. And I had the fortune of having dim sum with you. I had little dim sum gatherings on a Sunday. And I remember realizing how long you've been doing that kind of work. And I was just happy to meet a veteran of that. I mean, it didn't happen overnight, this design and tech thing, right?
It did not.
You were there.
I was part of it.
Yeah. I just kind of arrived late. It happens to me. So you've been watching the program. Anything jump out and surprise you today or yesterday? Anything you heard from the audience as well? Like, what's in there?
Since you asked me yesterday to chat with you,
sorry about
I've
that.
been keeping my ears open
Yeah.
and talking to people. I know everyone is really inspired by what the fellows have been doing. So really, really interesting work. And another thing that I've heard a lot and that I felt too were the interactive experiences at the conference. So the bicycles and the virtual reality.
Yeah.
And the bike rides, if any of, I'm sure a lot of you have ridden the bikes, there's such an emotional reaction to the bike rides. So people are like yelling. My friends and I riding them, we were screaming as we were riding. I hear one of my friends laughing at that right now. It was a totally new physical experience that I'd never had before. So it was really surprising.
How many people tried it? So that's like roughly a third. Can you describe for the other 2/3 what it's like?
One of the things I yelled out as I was riding it is, this is like we have hacked reality. It felt like we really had superpowers, and it was really neat. It was like magic. And you don't get those types of experiences often as you get older, and it's nice. I'm older than I look, everyone. It's just so delightful to have that type of childlike experience of wonder that you don't always get.
Yeah, I had the same experience when I rode that for the first time. It's a moment where I was slightly terrified that I could go so fast, and it felt awesome. but I felt scary.
Yeah.
It's that place. Wonder feels like that.
Yeah.
Interesting. So I like how you noted that people you're meeting here aren't sort of going over their like LinkedIn profile. They're talking about who they are and what they care about. What are things that you think you'll take back to not just your work, but to your life? Anything you'll take back?
Yeah, there have been so many great ideas and amazing people doing incredible work talking. I loved Fred's idea of choosing a mission instead of a major. And I think that's great advice for all young children or college students, but also people who are out in the workforce and thinking about what you're doing right now as a profession and a calling. I really liked, and we actually discussed this in my house last night, Eric's ideas about hybridity being really a fabric of our country. And I think a lot about diversity in Silicon Valley. As you know, it's what we all talk about right now, and it's become almost a superpower to have diversity. And that was not always the case. And when I graduated as a computer science major back in '99, being a woman as a computer science major was not a superpower. It was not even anything. And now, as a woman engineer, you are recruited, you are in high demand. So it's really wonderful to be part of where we are living right now in this time, to value diversity so much and value this hybridity that we all live in. And so I'm excited that it's a topic that's resonated with so many people here. And I think you can tell by the speakers, the theme resonates with everyone because probably everyone here considers themselves a hybrid in some way. And it's just the direction that our whole world is going.
That's that thought. Now I want to carry that thought out into over here. You know, I had a moment listening to Rasanath where he said this thing about how being a hybrid is tough because you're not validated by your home things. And I saw this at the Media Lab. I was there for 12 years, and it was a place where many disciplines come together. But the thing I would notice in the older faculty is that they would all go back to their home discipline because they sought validation to be, it's such a wonderful thing to be validated. But to be hybrid, to be different, to be across is work. I think you've worked very hard in the tech industry. I was able to, you know, I really came kind of late, so sorry. But I was like, oh, look at this is amazing. And like, who is this person? Deena, let's stalk her a bit. Oh, a great TED Talk. Oh, wait a second, sort of engineering and design. And I want to thank you as a pioneer of that space. And more will come after you because of it.
Thank you. It's very humbling.
All right, guys. Thank you, Deena. All right. Thank you, Deena.
Thank you.